Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. So in today's video, I want to share with you guys some of the most frequently asked questions that I see floating around inside the dropshipping space. For those that are new to the channel, my name is Marcus Slam. I'm a 7-figure high-ticket dropshipper. I make money online selling physical products that are thousands and thousands of dollars. So I make a living online selling physical products that I don't have to see or own inventory. And the way I was able to build such a passive income is because I spent the last 5 years of my life dedicating to the craft of dropshipping. And through my perils of dropshipping, I found high-ticket dropshipping, which is a business model that's unlike your traditional models of dropshipping. However, this video isn't going to be the difference between low ticket and high ticket. I've made videos like that. Today's video is me going over the frequently asked questions that I see floating around for absolute everybody. Everybody always came across these questions, especially when they're trying to learn dropshipping. And so hopefully I could give you guys some better insight, give you guys just good takeaways, good answers to these questions, so that you could see whether or not dropshipping is a good fit for you, whether or not you want to continue with dropshipping, and hopefully you get so good with dropshipping one day that you apply with me to be one of my students. I'll be your coach, one-on-one private mentorship. The application is in the link down below. Let's get right into the video. Real quick, I think it's very important for mentor to show results, always. I'm all about results, and this past week was absolutely bonkers for me because we did over, it was my first time I did $50,000 in 2 days, but it was absolutely crazy. And over the last 30 days, this store did 50,000 in 2 days. That was definitely a record for me, personally. $50,000 2 days among 7 orders. I think this is one of the higher echelons of dropshipping, if I'm being quite frank. How many dropshippers can say they've done $50,000 in 2 days? How many dropshippers after the ones that said they can do it in less than 10 orders? Guys, this is the new era of e-commerce. This is the new revelation that is going on inside this digital gold rush. You see, during days of old, when people had to go and find the gold in the California gold rush, you know, people would have to venture off and go through terrains and fights and just go through tons of treacherous challenges. And so we live in the world where we could learn all of this information now. We could obtain all of the knowledge from all of the great trillionaires, the billionaires, the millionaires, all of the great minds, the greatest intellect of today's century inside the pocket of your phone, and you are not capitalizing. I mean, maybe you are because you're watching this video. And so let's get straight into the first question. What is dropshipping? Dropshipping is selling physical products that I don't have to own any inventory of. Imagine me trying to sell this microphone over here. I've never seen this microphone or own it before, and I'll go ahead and try to sell it. Tons of people dropship these days. So an idea or an example of dropshipping is like this. Let's say I go on to AliExpress.com. This is what most dropshippers are used to. I'll explain how it works in low ticket, and I'll explain how it works in high ticket. So they go to a website that is naturally cheaper than most, and then they'll find a product. In this case, let's say it's the electric pressure cooker. So I'm gonna search electric pressure cooker over here, and then you could see that there is the same pressure cooker that looks very similar to this one. And so this is $31 and they're selling it for $200. The difference is obviously the whole entire model is actually different, but you could see that there are some similarities, and people will find an item for $30 and try to sell it for even higher. And the cool thing is that they don't have to necessarily own the product. They don't have to necessarily create the product. All they have to do is just find a source, find a supplier, a manufacturer, and then they could put it on their website and they could go ahead and sell it. Question number 2, how does Shopify work with dropshipping? So like I said, when you find an item that's lower, you have to sell it for higher. Shopify is your bridge for that. Shopify is a web hosting platform. It hosts web, it hosts Shopify stores, it hosts these online stores that me and you could go ahead and create to sell items that we find for a lower price point. So we need Shopify to generate sales. We need Shopify to run our online store. Which brings me to question number 3. How do I start a store on Shopify? So what I'll actually do is I'll go ahead and share with you guys how to start up a dropshipping store on Shopify. If you guys join this free mastermind, this is completely free. We have over 2,000 members, 2.7 to be exact, to help you get to 10K a month with high ticket dropshipping, completely free. You actually go on the community and we have the $1 trial for 30 days. So you can actually just sign up over here and pretty much you're gonna enter information here, sign up for a Shopify store. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what it's like on the Shopify backend. All right, so as you guys can see right over here, this is my Shopify backend. This is just one of my stores, one of the brands that we're trying to grow. And you guys can see that over the last 7 days, we only did $7,000 for this store, which is still fine because it's still relatively new and growing. But you could see there's the order section, you have the product section, customers, content, finances. You have pretty much all of your ways to go ahead and get started with a online store. And what's really cool about Shopify is that you could actually use a Shopify theme. So your Shopify theme is a template that you use to build out your website, because I know a lot of you guys are thinking, well, Marcus, I want to start up my store, but I have no coding experience. I don't know how to build a website. Look, there are actually coders out there that have built out templates for you. So if you actually just get up and try, you'll realize that it's a lot easier than you think is hard. Like, it's actually really easy to just kind of go on Shopify, look at the themes. You could have free themes, you could have pay themes. I recommend some pay themes such as Warehouse, Empire, Prestige. Those are my favorite themes, but I'm also looking into new themes right now. And so you can actually just try the theme. You can just click it and literally just try the theme. You can also view it on your demo store so you could see how it would look. So depending on what you're trying to sell, I mean, this is obviously more for like fashion. So we're not doing fashion. I'm not selling clothes, but you guys can see you can have a store that's pretty much pre-built just like this, and you just have to plug and play images. And it's really convenient, to be honest. It's very convenient. The next question is, how do I find products to sell? Now, I know I tapped into this question a little bit in the beginning of this video where I went on AliExpress to show you guys most people will come on to a website that they could find the product for lower and try to sell it for higher, and then you use Shopify, right? So in that example, I was using the electric pressure cooker. But that is the outdated business model. That is what most people are doing. If you do what most people are doing, then you will get the results of most people. And I don't want you to be like that, which is why I'm going to share with you guys the secret to finding winning products for your high ticket dropshipping store. This is how you do it. What you guys want to do is, instead of AliExpress, you guys want to go onto Wayfair.com. Wayfair.com is going to be a competitor. You want to think of it as your competitor, and you want to look through all of the niches that they have. For example, lighting. You go into ceiling fans. Ceiling fans is something considerable because people that have money are probably going to buy fans. People are more naturally inclined to want to buy fans. And what you could do is continue sourcing through and finding the most expensive types of fans. And what we could do over here is ceiling fans, all ceiling fans, show more filters, price per item, and then you want to do $700 and above. And now these are the products that you could actually look for. You can see there's Gracie Oaks, Modern Forms, Gracie Oaks again, Kitchener Lighting, so let's search that up. Kitchener Lighting, and then boom, you'll see that Kitchener Lighting actually has their own website, and look at that, they have a dealer portal. So a dealer is another way to say drop shipper, but most people in the online space, they don't want you to use the word drop shipping. Again, like I said, drop shipping has a bad stigma to it, probably because all of these 17-year-olds are just constantly just flexing their bullshit Lamborghinis, just making dropshipping such a bad name. But the truth is, dropshipping is a business model that is legitimate, and people like to call it the online authorized business models. People like to refer to themselves as a dealer. And so you can actually click here to register for the dealer portal. So this is a great example of a high ticket dropshipping supplier that's gonna give you their products. Now you guys might be wondering, okay, but that's not any product, that's a supplier. How do I find the actual products that are selling? Well, if you go to Google and you search Kitchener Lighting, you could see these are the products that people are ranking for. Specifically, look at this one. You can see that the Kitchener 9060 Courtyard is a $1,400 item. You could see this Kichler 43185 Grand Bank Light is another one. You could see these are the products that is appearing more, which means people are looking for it, people are buying for it. And this is how you find products to add to your Shopify store. Not just one, you'll have a supplier, which the supplier will have lots of. So you'll have lots of products to add to your Shopify store. Next question, how do I handle shipping? So shipping comes in two ways. You can handle the shipping yourself, or you can let the supplier handle the shipping. I prefer to just have the supplier handle the shipping. However, sometimes they're not gonna wanna handle the shipping. Sometimes they want you to handle the shipping. That's when you have to consider, do you wanna work with the supplier or not? Because I'll tell you guys one thing, I went to school, I went to college, and one thing that I learned was that logistics and shipping is a whole industry and category of its own. So if you want to get your hands wet with freight, if you want to get your hands wet with shipping, go for it. It's just another layer of complexity that you may or may not need to add to your operations, to your dropshipping business. So I prefer to have my shipping handled by my supplier. And if I don't let it handle by my supplier, then I will use other shipping companies like 3PLs, uni shippers. I will handle, or I will work with a shipping company to help ship my items. But most of the case, once you get a order, you send it to your supplier, they will handle the shipping and ship it out for you. Oftentimes, you will find yourself adding a little more cost to the cost of your whole entire cost of goods, but that shipping is gonna be worth it because you don't have to worry about the actual shipping. And if something were to happen, there's just more insurance and less liability that comes with the order. So next question, how do I fulfill orders? Many people don't even know what fulfillment means. Fulfillment is the process of fulfilling your customer. So when someone buys a product from you, you have to fulfill them. You have to make sure that they're happy. You want to give them the tracking number once they buy your item. And so this is how you actually go and fulfill the order. Let's just say you get a customer order, you got a sale. So I'll pull up an example of a sale. So let's say, okay, so let's just say I got a sale right now. It is 5 days ago, I just got this sale. And this client paid me $6,749. There's actually a button over here that says fulfill item. So if I click on this button, it's actually gonna lead me to the page where I just have to add in the tracking number. So pretty much once I get a customer order, I'll have their address, I'll have their information. I now place the order with my supplier. They're gonna ship it for me. They're gonna send me the tracking number, and I have to put my tracking number back inside the Shopify platform. Remember, Shopify is your web hosting platform that's gonna help you transact everything. Your clients, your leads, your customers, all of that is just inside your storefront. And traditionally, you would have to pay rent, you have to pay for staff in a brick and mortar retail storefront. But because we don't have to go in person, we don't have to go in real life to talk to these customers, all of this stuff is handled digitally online and is like $29 a month after your $1 for 3 months trial. It is absolutely crazy on how amazing Shopify is. It is absolutely crazy how easy it is to fulfill your customer and keep their money if you find good, reputable suppliers. Suppliers that you're not gonna find on AliExpress, I promise you that. Question number 8, how do I drive traffic to my store? Many of you guys are looking to get sales, but before we get sales, we must get traffic. Traffic is the eyeballs coming in. Traffic are the people that are coming to visit your website. And so if you want to drive traffic to your website, you need to understand the fundamental lessons of marketing. Marketing is the process of getting known. So how do we double down, highly optimize our marketing? Most people like to use Facebook or TikTok ads to try to get viral, to get someone's attention, to buy from them. It starts kind of like this. There's something known as tofu, mofu, bofu inside the funnel world, inside the marketing world. And that basically just kind of gives you an understanding of the psychology of a customer from a stranger to a buyer. So you're gonna see that most people at the top, they're gonna be aware of you, and there's more bandwidth, there's more base, there's more volume, because more people might know about you, but they don't wanna buy from you. They just know you, they're just aware of you. Then as you go deeper down the funnel, you'll have people that consider you. That's people at the middle of the funnel. And then as you go towards the bottom of the funnel where they decide to buy from you, they have more purchase intent, well, there's less volume, there's less base. But these people are higher purchasing intent. And so most beginners coming into dropshipping, most dropshippers are trying to convert someone from at the top of the funnel all the way to the bottom of the funnel through their video ad, through getting emotional reactions, through building the low ticket brand, whatever it might be, to convert someone from a top of the funnel stranger to a bottom of the funnel buyer. And that is simply just not easy, especially in the times of economic uncertainty that we are in today. And that's why it is harder than ever. More people are entering the market of dropshipping. Less people have money to even buy. Less products go viral because the idea of virality is that it is different. So not everybody could do it. And you wonder why most dropshippers fail. The reason most dropshippers fail is because they don't understand this. They don't know what they don't know. These are the unknowns of the unknowns that I figured out through extensive years and years of diligent research that I'm trying to share for you guys today. So instead of doing what everybody is doing, I recommend to use Google Ads. Do not stick with TikTok. Do not stick with Facebook. Forget all the video editing. Learn how to use the power of search engine. And you don't have to just know how to use Google Ads. You could do SEO. SEO is just free traffic. It's ranking on Google for free. So pretty much if you go onto Google over here and you search for the word ceiling fan, you'll see that people are ranking for it. You'll see that there's a sponsor tab over here for shopping campaigns. Then there's a sponsor tab over here for search campaigns. And then over here on the bottom, these are all free listings. This is SEO. And so if you know or just understand how to use this one platform, you will always have traffic coming in. And the reason is because with Google, you could target people at the exact bottom of the funnel. You could target people when they're searching for a TV stand and you have a TV stand to sell. If someone searches for a TV stand and you're selling a TV stand, the chances of you selling that TV stand is a lot higher. So with Google, you could appear for the search term that people are looking for. You could appear for, if someone's searching for a microphone, have a microphone to sell them. You could appear for that if someone searches a ceiling fan, you have a ceiling fan to sell to them, assuming that you have a reputable supplier, someone that you could source the product from and actually ship it to your customer. But that is how you get traffic. That is the core fundamentals of driving traffic. If you guys want to learn more on Google Ads, if you guys want to learn more on how we structure these Google Ads to be so hyper lean, hyper profitable, targeted Google Ads, join our free school community. Again, it is completely free. We have over 2.7 members in it. So just check that out right now. Question number 9, how do I handle customer service? We're getting very deep, guys. Like, these are some questions that even your favorite dropshipping gurus, that's not me, are going to have a very hard time to answer, because the truth of the matter is customer service for dropshipping, for D2C, for e-commerce, for brands, all of that is very hard. It is not easy to keep the customer happy. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the customer is always right. And the customer is always right. You can't get around it. The only way you could get around customer service is by actually providing really good value. Even Amazon gets backlash and they deliver items in less than 1 day. They have Amazon Prime that could deliver items in less than 1 day. You could still get and hear all of the backlash. That's just people. You have to understand that customer service, good or bad, is still going to be customer service. But how do you deliver good customer service? The way you handle good customer service is by taking care of each customer. How do you take care of each customer at scale if you have hundreds, thousands, or hundreds of thousands of orders constantly coming in? The truth is, it's very hard. And that was one of the biggest bottlenecks. That was one of the biggest challenges that I was going through as a dropshipper, because I was making so many sales. I had a winning product. I was sourcing it from eBay, AliExpress. So I had a supplier kind of, and I was doing like thousands of orders every single month. And I could not handle thousands of customers. I literally could not handle the bandwidth. And so if you want to focus on good customer service, you must be able to take care of one customer so that you can take care of thousands. But the way you take care of one customer is that the customer has to be worth it for you to take care of. And so that's why I transitioned. Instead of selling a product with $10 profit margin, I'm selling products that have $1,000 profit margin. And so it feels a lot more worth it. I'm gonna be able to take care of one customer. And that is the biggest difference between high ticket dropshipping and low ticket dropshipping. Low ticket dropshipping, you are stuck with $10 low profit margins, and high ticket dropshipping, you have higher price, higher ticket, higher profit margin. So I love high ticket because now I can actually take care of my customer service. And that's precisely how I take care of my customer service, because just like you guys see in the beginning of the video, I did $50,000 with just 7 orders. Guys, that is unmatched. How many dropshippers out there could even make $50,000 in 2 days? How many dropshippers out of that pool can make it in less than 10 orders? Bro, this is the new way of dropshipping. This is how you level up. This is the new era of e-commerce. So that's how I handle customer service. And last question, last but not least, how do I handle returns and refunds? And this goes hand in hand with your customer service, because the only way a return will ever mess you up is if you were lazy with the follow-up of the order. Meaning, when your customer gets the order and it becomes delivered, it is your responsibility to check up on them, to ask them if everything was fine, if there were any problems, because when the customer receives the item, they're always going to find that problem. And it is in your best interest to figure it out within 24 to 40 hours so that you can let the supplier know. The supplier, because it just shipped from their warehouse, will take more accountability than as if, let's say, you forgot this customer for like 2 weeks and now it's like 15 days after the item got damaged, and now you're messaging your supplier. Your supplier is like, well, it's been 2 weeks already. What are you doing? Why did you wait so long? And then it just becomes a whole nasty miscommunication before that even happens. If you just take care of your customer, if you just take care of every customer that comes in one at a time, high ticket, that means that once they receive the order, you're gonna follow up with them. You're gonna ask if everything was good, and chances are they're gonna ask you, or they're gonna tell you if something went wrong. So not only do you fix your return problem because your supplier is gonna cough up whatever it needs because they technically delivered it faulty because we never touched it, so they're gonna take accountability. It also gives you good customer service with your client. It also builds you a good reputation with your supplier, and all of this goes hand in hand. Good customer service, high ticket dropshipping, all of this is hand in hand, connects. And this is how you win in dropshipping. Most people are saying, oh, dropshipping is saturated. Dropshipping has too much competition. Well, of course, dropshipping has tons of competition. Anybody in the world with internet and laptop could get into dropshipping. But most people get into dropshipping but end up failing because they don't understand these frameworks of customer service is number one. Think about your customers, think about your suppliers, think about your back end, and I promise you the front end is gonna blossom itself. So I hope this video finds you well. I hope you found value from today's video. I wanna give you guys something. Just comment the word case study and I'll send you a 60-page case study on how me and my business partner were able to do $650,000 in 90 days. Step A to step Z, 60 pages of document for you to read when you're on your train ride or when you're stuck at work and you have nothing to do. You want to not scroll on the Instagram and TikToks. You don't want to do mindless scrolling. You want a good, legitimate source of information. Read through that and just comment the word case study and I'll send it over to you. If you guys are interested in my high ticket dropshipping community, I have a free mastermind. It's just completely free. It's in the link down below. We also have a one-on-one private mentorship for students that are looking to get to $10,000 a month in 24 weeks or their money back guaranteed. So just check out peakflowacademy.com. It's all there. And with that being said, thank you all so much for your time. Much love, much peace. I'll see you guys all in the next video.